Hey, you guys. Our topic for today is peace over chaos. Peace over chaos. So, first, we're just going to start off with peace. Peace is tranquility, freedom from disturbance. For some, this could be peace over ego. Ego is the part of the personality that acts as a conscious mediator, balancing instinctual desires, moral constraints, which is superego, and reality, often used to describe self-esteem or when large arrogance. Arrogance, when someone is exaggerating or disposed to exaggerate one's own worth or importance, as shown especially by excessively confident or rudely dismissive behavior. So this is showing of an offensive attitude of superiority. And I definitely dealt with the peace dealing over chaos with arrogance. I've definitely dealt with that with someone. I've definitely dealt with it with lots of people. And you know, I've had people dismissing me all my life, ever since I was a little girl. You know, like just treating you like you're nothing, treating you like nothing you say matters, how you feel doesn't matter. You know, it's just knocking everything down. They don't want to hear it. It's what they think. It's what they feel. It's what they know. So then we got peace over fear. Fear of a person, place, or thing. Being afraid of these things as likely to be dangerous, painful, or threatening. So for me, this was being scared to let go. That was my dealing of peace over fear. I was scared to let go, to be bold, to move forward. I was scared of, you know, how someone would react to me if I did a certain thing, or if I said a certain thing, or if I just simply just been myself. Like, I was scared of another person's reaction when it came towards me. You know, and I was also, you know, scared to be alone. You know? And now, you know, I'm happy to be alone. I love being alone. It's freaking peaceful being alone. Like, I love being alone. Like, now I purposely take time to be alone. And I literally just did this the past week. Like, I had my sister, you know, I had people hitting me up, wanting to hang, wanting to link. And, you know, I just didn't respond. I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to be bothered. I was happy being alone. I loved my moment, my time being alone. So then you got toxicity. Toxicity is the quality of being very harmful or unpleasant in a pervasive or insidious way. Being called out of my name. I've gotten called crazy. I've gotten called, you know, we've all been there, all kinds of shit. Hoe, you need help, you know, just all kinds of things. I've been called out of my name. I've also had somebody wish death on me. I've had someone literally tell me, I hope you run a red light today. You die, I wouldn't come to your funeral. Like, you know, yeah. And I dealt with all these things, all these forms of chaos, some way, shape, or form in my journey. But overall, for me, peace over chaos is becoming one with self. Finding that self-love. And finding that peace for me was only able to come from my faith in God. God, the Most High, the divine, universe, whatever you choose as your higher power source to resonate with. Grasping onto that, building your relationship, deepening it heavily, rooting in source, choosing love and kindness over bad emotions and behaviors, trusting in the divine. This one major important step helped me find myself, my purpose, and love in me, and love on me even more. And that alone disintegrated the chaos. Bye-bye, chaos. So when others came with their egos, their fears, and the toxicity, there were no more triggers. I knew that I had to control. I knew I had to control over me all along. I control me. I control how I react to things. So no matter what others projected onto me, or I project onto myself, it was not me. It was not my chaos to intake, to fix, to change. It wasn't mine. But I can change how I react to it. So I no longer got upset. I no longer argued. I no longer had all these fights. I no longer over-explained myself. I no longer cried, and so more. I stopped letting the horrible behaviors and words of others control me, and I get the best of me back. So with that being said, I could literally just be in the most happiest, most coolest, most calmest mood, just chill. And I would have people be so triggered if I even said anything. Or like if I asked a certain question about their feelings, they would get so freaking triggered. They would be very just snappy and then trying to tell me that I'm the problem, da 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 da, and it was just like, nah. When I finally decided that I'm tired of this, I need peace. I can't do this anymore. I'm not dealing with this crap anymore. And when I finally realized I'm not the problem, I don't give a damn what you say. I'm not the problem. All these things that you are saying, all these things that you are projecting on me is you. You are the problem. You're the reason why we have these problems. Every time I try to have a conversation, it turns into an argument. It doesn't matter how goddamn calm or happy I was. It was just always an argument. I got tired of people projecting their bullcrap onto me. They want to project it onto me because they don't want to face it. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to do that work. They don't want to look themselves in the mirror. So I stopped letting the horrible behaviors and words of others control me and get the best of me, because that's exactly what the devil wanted. And I will not give him that satisfaction ever again. Never again. Through all the chaos, I found me. I had so many financial issues. I never let it break me. It was stressful until I realized why. Why am I letting these material things stress me and diminish me as a person? I let go of the chaos. I gave it to God. I let go and I let God. I trusted in God that everything would work itself out in divine timing. And still to this day, I have financial issues. But I don't look like what I went through at all, because I chose peace over all the chaos. I don't stress over anything anymore, especially material things in this physical realm. It can all be replaced. even people. One thing I love to share with people is you came into this world with nothing, and you will leave this world with nothing. And I just really want people to understand how important your soul, your spirit, your consciousness, how more important it is to focus on that, to build that, to heal that, to grow that, to transform that is so much more important than worrying about these material things in this life, because nothing is going to leave with you when you leave this earth but your soul, your spirit, your consciousness. Make the best out of that. You make the best out of that, and then all these things in the physical realm, all these tangible things will just come to you so easily and so freely. You don't have to chase after. You don't have to work so hard to try to get it. God will bless you with it. So many people focus on the material things and how they look too, instead of focusing on the one thing that does continue on. Like I said, your soul. Worry about your soul, who you are as a person. You get one life. Make the best of it. And that starts within, inside. Find your peace so you can start choosing it over the chaos in this world, the false matrix. Awaken your soul by strengthening your relationship with the divine, your higher source. With that comes your peace that you have a choice to step into and choose over chaos every single day. I want to share some things I wrote down with you. To pour into yourself is to pour into God. Trusting God and loving Him, having and keeping faith. 2 Corinthians 5 verse 7. Lead by faith, not by sight. This means to trust God's unseen guidance and promises rather than relying solely on what your eyes see or your own human understanding perceives, especially in uncertainty. Guiding your life by spiritual belief over physical evidence. It's an act of trust in God's plan, even when the path is unclear. Focusing on the unseen, spiritual realities instead of temporary circumstances. So, the one thing I would definitely like to share is that with peace, choosing peace over the chaos, let me tell you, none of this stuff is easy. It's work, but it is well worth it. But it does come easy when you trust in God, when you keep your faith in God, when you have that relationship with God. It becomes easier and easier and easier every day, to the point that it's just natural for you. It's just so natural. I couldn't take it anymore. I was losing myself. More and more every day. Another piece of me was just gone. Another broken piece of that mirror, another piece falling off. Like, I promised myself the last time that I got to a point where I would damn near lost myself, that I would never get to that point again. I would never lose myself again. And it's like one day I just had an epiphany. I just snapped out of it. I'm like, girl, this is exactly what you said you weren't going to allow yourself to go through again. Don't do it. Don't do it. I had to literally look myself in the mirror and say, Janae, you are such a strong, resilient, beautiful Black woman, and you've been through a lot, but you persevered. You don't let nothing stop you. It don't matter how hard it get. It don't matter how hard these things in life in this world come left and right beating you up. I wouldn't let it stop me. Oh, I got a bruise. Oh, my arm hurts. Oh, my ankle's twisted. But I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. I trusted in the Lord, and I knew that God had a bigger purpose for me. I knew that he had a bigger purpose for me. I knew that there was more to this life for me than what I was going through. One of my biggest financial issues that I had happen, and I'm still dealing with, still to this day, is I got a brand new car. Only had it about a year. I don't even think it had hit a year exactly yet. But anyways, and at the time, my insurance had gone, and I was driving it, and I shouldn't have been driving. And I basically totaled the car. And need I say any more? The car has to be paid off. Whether I give it back or I get it fixed, regardless, it has to get completely paid off. So I have a debt of paying a brand new 2019 car off in full. Now, yeah, some people told me you can file for bankruptcy, but I don't believe that I have to do that. I know that God got me. And I felt deep in my heart and my soul that, Janae, you're going to be able to pay that car off. You're going to be able to handle that debt. You're going to be able to remove that debt. And, and all my debt, any debt that I have, I'm going to be able to. God is going to bless me, and I know he will in divine timing when the time is right. And y'all see how that light, you see that? You see how the light just did that? That was confirmation. But I would just like to say, choose peace over chaos. I know it's not easy, but don't let these people and things, don't let it drain you. Don't let it take your light away. Don't let it dim you. Don't. If somebody comes with some bullcrap attitude, energy, and kill them with kindness. Because I don't judge people, because at the end of the day, everybody is different. Everybody's raised different. Everybody's went through different things. Everybody's life is different, and you don't know what people's going through. They might sit in your face, smile, and swear up and down they're okay, but they're not. I tell people all the time, love conquers all. Move with love. No matter what the situation is, no matter how evil, mean a person is being to you, always move with love. Always move with love. And moving with love is moving with spirit. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you guys. Please like, share, subscribe, follow, and please comment. Let me know, how you feel, what you think. Give me any input, please. Share your stories with me, please.